Oh shoot. I have myself muted. Damn! Okay, let me just redo this conversation because I wasn't really getting anything through. Okay. Apparently there are some of these grown-ups that go to a fast food restaurant to buy a cheeseburger. And that fast food restaurant that he's buying a cheeseburger from is a McDonald's. Now, the person who is taking the order to give the cheeseburger, the person who ordered that cheeseburger is just crying, whining, having a temper tantrum because the cheese in that burger is not melted. I have to re-say this again because I had myself muted. So where if you have a microwave or kind of an air fryer to where you could just have it to the temperature for the amount of time just to melt the cheese in that cheeseburger, you have things in your house for a reason, for certain things to help you be able to do the things that couldn't really be done there. You have a microwave for a reason. Unless you don't have a microwave and you can't really afford anything to where you're gonna bitch and complain regardless. But people are like 40 or 50 years old and they're complaining for just a tiny issue, which really isn't an issue. That's why if you have any type of thing in your house, that's why you should have certain things in your house. If you're gonna be someone who is like stupid and only focus on pleasuring yourself, now you only have a bed and a pillow. But you have a kitchen, you just don't use your kitchen. So because you don't use your kitchen and you don't want to try to use it, you don't want to try and use your stove, and you don't have a microwave, you don't have an air fryer. Because people in general in this world should usually basically have an air fryer. I'm pretty sure a lot of people usually do. But some that don't have a stove. And some of these people use their stove. But then you go into a fast food restaurant like McDonald's, try and get an order for a cheeseburger. And just because the cheese in the cheeseburger isn't melted, you're having a fit and a temper tantrum. You're going insane because because when you order that cheeseburger, the cheese ain't melted. See, there's a lot of big amount of majority of people in this world, and part of them would just act like little kids. I am 34 years old. I have slight autism, but I have full of these other disabilities. But guess what? I control my rampage. I don't get a no rampage. Yeah. That's because there's not a lot of that issue that existed that made me feel that way anymore. And I also learned how to express. But oh boy, man. What? This guy is probably like 40 something years old and the other person there is 59 years old, and those two older adults are acting like kids. Because there's a lot more adults that don't really try to do the things that they're used to be in age. No person will try to be like a kid when they're like 40 or 50, maybe 39 or so on, right? I should have said 39 first with the age. But you're I think you're a bit overreacting, bud. If you're going to McDonald's and you're complaining because the cheese ain't melted to a good, nice, warm temperature, you're gonna get mad at McDonald's employee that is trying to take your order and give you what you asked for. But then you have no way. You're making an excuse to complain about the cheese. And this is just a little tiny thing. A cheeseburger ain't really that big of a deal, because a cheeseburger is not really healthy food. That is considered a poor diet, a poor fast food diet. Think about it. The President of the United States has a poor fast food diet because fast foods are just considered poor dieting in general. But yeah, I feel like these type of people should either go to, how you say it, a rehab, or some type of therapy. Make an appointment for yourself to get a therapy. If you're one of those people that just make excuses because of your mental problems to try and make the employee that is taking your order to give you a cheeseburger, then I feel like someone like that person needs some help. He needs full-on mental help. Or it could be a lady, she may need full mental help. But like, you have issues on both sides. They don't have to be just men, it's also women. But then you have other issues on these both sides from men and women. And a lot of that other complaint is just, this person doesn't want to help me feel better. I don't know what you're talking about when you say this woman won't like help you feel better. What? It better not be in the direction you're telling it to people think of it like, oh shoot, never mind this guy, kick him out. If he was in a business and this person was the boss of that business, but the other person who is working in that business and the person that is working is complaining because he ain't getting what he wants, well, the big boss will say, and this is something Trump will use, right? This is Trump's punchline: you're fired. Like, it wasn't really a game show. You're fired was not really a game show. It was, they were trying to make it look like it was a game show, but it's not really a game show. Trump will try to get new people to help himself make some money. So this person is basically going to help Trump make his money. Wait a minute, why did that show got shut down? Why did they cancel the show? They stopped airing, why? Oh, because he made people in general that watch his show, he made them think it was a game show. Because that's the way he was really putting it. You know, that's the type of vibe that Donald Trump was putting. But like, hey, I mean, it's entertaining, right? People can basically have a good laugh at the guy who's now gonna get backlash. And that's why his show got shut down. His studio got shut down because he had to pay the studio rent. It never happened. Oh, shoot. But yeah, other people in this world need to grow up. That's all I'm gonna say right now. Alright. Peace out. And just letting you guys know, I won't really be doing any like games, streams, or let's plays. And I don't know when I'm gonna be doing any let's plays or streams. To be honest, I'm trying to fully focus on the things that is in front of me, to where even if I'm playing a game, because I'm not streaming, it's less distracting, to where now I could just still somewhat pay attention to what's going on in this house that I'm with my parents in. But yeah, alright guys.